Okay, George, I'm back. I'm doing part 2 of my video. I got my freaking keys. Just gonna throw that to the side, don't really need it right now. So, what day is it? What is today's date?
It's Saturday, May 18th, 2019.
So, it is May 18th, my grandma's birthday. I'm out here just before work. I'm actually in the yellow zone. The yellow zone means I need to start thinking about what I'm going to be putting on to go to work. But I promised you a video, and I've been working and procrastinating, you saying? Oh my God, you're killing me, man. But you know, I have to draw. That's what I do. Drawing is my thing. So, this is what we got. This is my W203. It's one of the baddest vehicles around. It looks nice, but it is cheap. How cheap was it? I didn't pay $5K for it. So, what do we want to do or yap about in this particular video? I went back and I looked at the other video, and I was specifically supposed to say a few things about what to look for when you buy one of these vehicles. I got my notepad here. Notepad, whatever you want to call it. So for the most part, I'm just gonna, I got some notes down here, and I'm gonna tell you what you need to do before you buy one of these things here. Now, before we start that, let me first off say that I'm a unique person when it comes to driving a vehicle. I don't need a lot of car when I need a car. I need a lot of car when I need it, and then I won't need a whole bunch of car anymore. I can't stop the people from driving by. So hopefully you can hear me through all this here. And here we go. First thing you want to do. I know for a fact, most people, every Jane and Joe out there cannot afford to have a freaking mechanic come to you and then go to a location and then inspect the vehicle. No problem. Get a cell phone. Record some photos. Record some videos. Do something like that. Give it to give that video, photo, or whatever to your car geek friends and have them inspect the car. And when I'm referring to buying a car, this is a used car. This is a 2003. No matter what it looks like, it's still a 2003. And the reason it looks like that is because Mercedes, they don't really change their look that much. I'm going to show you a video of what looks like a 2013 or something like that. It looks pretty much like my car, except it looks more sleeker. The next thing. This is a big deal for me. The big deal is, before I buy a car, while I'm inspecting the car and looking through the car and everything, I want to get in the back seat. I want to get in the back seat because when I had a Dodge Neon, or actually it was a Plymouth Neon, I got really sick one day, and I had to be in the back seat of my car. And I wanted to make sure that I was a nice person back then, so I always wanted to make sure that if a person is in the back seat, I want to know, is it comfortable or not. And this is probably the only one of a few times I've actually had to sit there in the back seat of my car and use the back seat of my freaking car. I always say, hop in the back seat, even in the Mustang, the blue Mustang. I hopped in the back seat for a second just to see what it feels like. Was it comfortable enough? I had no expectations of having a third or a fourth person in my vehicle. The next thing is going to be, see what the car smells like. Hang on, we got a Harley. See what the car smells like. If you smell something, loud perfumes, colognes, something like that, or just a new car smell that is in an old car, question that. Try to figure out why they want the car to smell that way, because they could be trying to hide something. Like my good old buddy over here, it's not the worst thing in the world. But again, I need a lot less car than the average Joe and Jane. So it's not something I really worry too much about, because I literally spend 10 minutes in my car on a daily basis. 10 minutes to get to one place, get back, and that's about it. I don't really use the car that much. Listen to the engine of the vehicle. This is kind of weird. Only a really good mechanic could actually hear if the engine sounds perfect or not. A lot of these vehicles, especially the all-wheel drive vehicles, they sound very mechanical. The BMW I had for a minute, it sounded like just a bunch of gears and oil just smushing around. It's very mechanical in sounding. But if you hear like a hiccup or a sputter or something sporadic that comes in and out, that could be a very obvious engine problem that, you know, you may not want that vehicle. This one, 99% of the time, it is A-OK because it's got that M, which is pretty much a tank. It's a V6, moderately idled to not be the base model, but not be the AMG model. There is no turbo or compressor on it. It's somewhere in the middle. So the very last thing is going to be inspect your body. You want to inspect the body of the vehicle. You're looking for heavy rust. A little bit of rust is not the worst thing in the world. It's not the best thing in the world, but you got to find some, especially up here in New York. If I was back home in, you know, Bama, I would expect to see no rust at all. So that's the end of this video here. Very quickly, another video will be out. The next video is going to be about, give me 1 second, what the heck are you going to do with this vehicle the second you buy it? It's all about what to do if you purchase one of these old vehicles. And that's what we're going to be talking about on the next video. So, I do apologize for taking so long to make this video, but bam, there you go. I got this video. End of video.